Meet the most powerful road car BMW has ever produced. This is the 600 horsepower M5 30-year special edition, and I think you'll agree it looks pretty darn special. As its name suggests, this car is BMW's way of saying happy 30th birthday to the M5, a model whose importance we shouldn't underestimate. For a start, the M5, which originally went on sale in 1984, was the first real super saloon. It used the engine from BMW's M1 supercar and put it in a saloon car body. With 282 horsepower, it could get from 0 to 60 in just 6.5 seconds. Things have of course moved on since then, with each successive generation of M5 becoming more luxurious and more powerful than the last. What we have here is the pinnacle, the car that should best embody what the M5 is about. But what is that? Well, it's the idea that you don't have to compromise in order to have huge performance. So you get a big boot, there's 520 litres of space back there, plus room in the back to comfortably seat 3 adults. But it's here in the front that any 5 Series really shines, with lots of space, very comfortable seats, including these 30-year M5 stitching on them in this car, plus numerous little M touches like the logos on the gear lever and dials, plus a lovely Alcantara wheel. Now I have a confession to make here, and that is that when I first drove this new generation of M5 back in 2011, I had my reservations, and that was because as the first turbocharged M5 it had a lot more low down torque than its predecessors, which in turn could make the rear wheel drive chassis feel a bit lively. Because of this, I even questioned whether it would reach the point of needing 4-wheel drive. So what on earth do I make of the M5 now it's got another 40 horsepower, not to mention 15 pound-foot more torque, which takes the total incidentally to 516 pounds-foot? Well, before we get into that, let's just discuss how BMW's engineers found the extra power and also what other things feature on this 30-year special edition model. To answer that first question, the extra power is a result of tweaks to the engine management system combined with more boost pressure for the 4.4 litre V8 2 turbochargers. As for the second point, the upgrades primarily consist of those things already seen on the M5 competition pack. So that's a ride height lowered by 10mm, stiffer springs and dampers, a new more direct steering setup, and a reconfigured electronic stability control system. There's also a smattering of special badges, dark chrome exhaust tailpipes and 20-inch wheels as standard. The end result is a very good car, not only because with the extra power this M5 can get from 0 to 60 in just 3.9 seconds, nor because with the electronic speed limiter taken up it can now hit 190 miles an hour flat out. Rather, it's the sense that the M5 is also quiet enough and comfortable enough and nimble enough to excel on any kind of road. Take the 7-speed dual-clutch gearbox. Leave it in auto mode and it's as smooth as a James Bond chat-up line. But knock this gear lever over here to put it in manual mode and then up the shift speed using this button, and it's as sharp and as precise as any supercars. God, this thing's fast. But what about the fact it's rear-wheel drive? Well, there's no doubt that it keeps you on your toes, but as long as you exercise restraint, particularly when the roads are wet or you're on top of your game when you do decide to go for it, the chassis is so well balanced that the M5 does at least feel like it's always on your side. As you can probably tell, I'm rather taken with this particular M5, not least because for all the performance you can still eke about 25 miles to the gallon out of it, or about 400 miles from a full tank of fuel. The downsides? Well, the price has swollen from a standard M5 £74,000 to an eye-watering £92,000. Oh, and BMW is limiting production to just 300 models. Still, you have to say, as far as 30th birthdays go, this is quite the way to celebrate. For more reviews like this, click on the box on the left in order to subscribe to the Telegraph Cars YouTube channel, and to read detailed reviews of the latest models on sale, click on the box on the right to go to the Telegraph Cars website.